Well, hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, the Iron Wolf, and today we're going to try to get off this planet. Had some trouble with the audio, so there's going to be a lot of voiceover, so I apologize in advance. First of all, there's not much on this planet. A lot of rock, tree things to get some tree stuff, some wood and stuff, but we managed to do it. And we'll get to the story. Well, if you remember from our last episode, Dragoon had been working on an HV. He's now got it done, and has been out mining some rock. He came to pick up what I had here. Yeah, he almost left rock behind. But as you can see, we've been mining a lot of rock. One of the benefits of doing this on this planet is you get a lot of XP. The bigger the rock, the more XP. Also, another little trick we found, we don't keep much in our backpack because you drop your backpack, but you don't drop your tool belt. And now since we have a clone chamber at our base, it's just much easier to keep stuff on your belt. When you die, spawn back at the base, drop off the materials, run back out to where you were mining, pick up what you need, continue on. It's crazy, but it does work.
I'm sitting in a hole shooting straight up with a survival weapon.
I know to be careful. I was out mining. I ran into, well, a tree.
And there's my
other
oxygen.
things. Yeah, we die a lot running out of oxygen, so death is just kind of what we do.
Oh, let me inside, let me inside, let me inside. Tell me there's oxygen in the base.
Yep, there's 8% oxygen.
No, there's no oxygen in here.
Snivy, you cannot.
It's not turned on. And as I turned it on, I died.
Oh shit. Yeah, there's oxygen in there, it's just not turned on.
Yeah, you didn't have it turned on.
Just to clarify, the voices you're hearing
Right, I'm
are
heading
for the
back
other faction
anyway.
members on the other road,
got a bit more
Dark
stuff.
Planet Start.
It's
Where
like the
since
drone
we've got a
that
base now,
gave
we
up
figured
and
we
went
can have
away.
communication, so we're talking to each other now. Oh yeah, and all this the drone had come up, so I had to go check and make sure my HV that I'm now using at this point.
Go check out the HV and make sure he didn't destroy the shit crap. No, the lights are still on it, so it's still got power. Is the cockpit tab? Question. Snibby, what are you doing up here, baby girl? Hey, the cockpit's intact. Got some damage, but it's intact. Alright, let's head back to the base.
Well, at this point, we've been in the game a couple hours now. We've managed to get the base up and running. We have Dragoon has an HV that he's running. I have an HV that I'm running. So we're out gathering resources now. So it's not going to be as hard as we thought to get off the planet, especially as a group. The beginning was horrible. Oh my God, we died and died and died. But it did get better.
Snibby, you can't sit on the mouse's wire. Thank you. Yes, the mouse has a tail.
I knew from previous experience that there was trees on top of the twin pillars, gigantic rocks up there. So we went up and mined to get some rock, mined a few things. We also found out there was cobalt up there. And cobalt enabled us to build the warp drive. So warp drive enables us to go to the asteroid belt to get the materials we need to bring in the CV so we can get the hell off of this stinking planet. Yeah, cobalt. Finding cobalt up there changed the game changer. It really did. Yeah. As soon as I found the cobalt, we got trees up here. Dragoon started working on our escape vessel. the SV to get us into space, to the asteroid belt where we could get the neodymium and stuff we needed to bring in a CV to get out of the system. And back at the base, that is the start of our escape vessel, the Dog Bone. And back up the mountain. Oh yeah, my HV that I was using to try to get to the top of the mountain, that didn't work. A drone came along and shot the hell out of it. We've been having to deal with some drone attacks, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh yes, the wandering drones. They wander all over the planet. Someone came by, started shooting at the HV gun turret we had outside. Dragoon was at the bottom trying to defend it. I was trying to distract it up top. I was also freezing to death at the time. One of the problems, we had O2s taken care of, we had food taken care of, temperature. Temperature was the problem. We kept freezing to death. A couple of EVA boosts and we'd have been okay, but without a man, it was hard. And boom, takes it out. Yep, and I die of hypothermia, I think it was. But quick modification on the HV, and up the hill it was able to go. Yeah, I'd like to have at least 2 more thrusters on this, but at this point we didn't really have the resources. Building the 2 HVs and also trying to build the SV. Yeah, this thing was a little bit underpowered, but I found out a little trick. If you tap the O key, thrust forward, tap the O key, thrust forward. If you keep just kind of floating that O key, you can make it climb the mountain. But having an HV that was able to reach the top of the mountain and hit these big rocks up here, it takes these like no time at all. Watch the XP on this. Watch the XP. Boom, 3,000 XP. And I think it gave it to me twice. Here we go again. Let's check this again. Come on, break it up. Yep, 3. Yeah, twice. Level 17. See, doing this, we were able to level up really quickly and gather the resources we needed. Have an HV, give me something to jump back into. It was cold. I could have used the HV to pick these up, but it doesn't pick up rocks very well, so I did those by hand. As you can see, they're 400 XP a piece. So it made a lot of difference. I mean, if we continue, yeah, we got those a bit. As time went on, it got closer to restart, it got worse. Quick gather them. Run and jump back in the HV. At this point, I didn't have a grinder blade on it. If I'd had a grinder on it, I could have cut those trees down really quick. And as you can see, Dragoon has been very busy while I was out. It is work capable SV he's working on there. 2 passenger seats. I was starving, so I went straight to the fridge. But and I got a quick bite to eat. Now let's go take a look. This is warp capable. 2 passengers and a pilot. Has a detector on it. Weren't sure if we were going to be able to put any guns on it at this point. Dragoon's been working on this for a while. I had logged off for a while, came back, and he had built that, and I modified this so I could get on top of the hill. But we're gathering resources. making good progress. I figured while Dragoon was working on the SV, I would go out and do a little XP grinding. Maybe try to level up a little more. Ran into a Giga. And of course, this is how these things start. You get a Giga. Okay, just 1 Giga. I can handle that. Helps to load the gun. No pro. Oh, almost got it. Let's get him. Come on. Roll in. Boom. Alright, got the Giga. No problem. Great. Good. Look around. And people wonder why I like to play in third person. That's why, right there. And boom. And I'm dead. And this is how you end up in the bottom of the hole. Because those guys run in 3s. And then it attracts a drone. We were having a little discussion after my death about the warp capability of the SV. The standard game is 15 AU. That planet is 15.4. The only sectors you normally can jump to are the 2 asteroids fields further out, which where you're supposed to get the neodymium to build the warp drive for the CV that you need to get off the planet. This was the discussion we were having. Can we? But there's a trick. In ReForged, the warp drive for SVs is 24 AU. So, if this is true, we might be able to warp straight to another planet and not have to have a CV to get out of the system. Well, after I've died a couple of more times, Dragoon shows up with the SV, and we have a short discussion about, going to the moon and getting cobalt and neodymium so we can actually build the CV we need. So we decide we're going to attach the HV to the CV, the SV of me, and take it up with us. Yes, I just died. And take it up so we can both mine, and we'll have another cockpit, thing to use. So short discussion about that, and we get it hooked up, and then we're on our way. The craft we built, well, I should say, Dragoon built, is pretty nice. Doesn't have a whole lot of thrust, and it did take us a little bit to get into orbit. But eventually, we managed to make it into orbit. Orbit. We made it. We made it off of that damn planet. And then the discussion began. Okay, we need to go to the moon to get neodymium. And Dragoon's like, yeah, we do. And then we realized we might be able to make the jump. So Dragoon plotted the course, hit the button, and away we go. And holy shit, it worked. We escaped in an SV. Now, our brothers on the Dark Rogue, they don't have that option. They got to build a CV to get off. But we had made it. We had jumped to another planet in the system. We had technically escaped. We've breathed a sigh of relief. Fuck, great. We've made it. Oh, but we're not safe. What was that? Yep, it's a drone. We got drones. And the problem is, we're only moving at 40 some odd kilometers a second. Drones run, I think, 60 kilometers a second. Which means they're going to catch up. And they're firing. Oh no. Evasive maneuvers. We need to get out of here. This is not going to end well. We have no shields. If this hits us, it's going to tear us apart. Incoming. Oh, we're taking shots. Oh, and apparently the passenger seat I was in took a shot. And I'm out. I'm floating in space. Look, this is not good. Start jetpacking towards this planet. I'm in deep trouble. Tell Dragoon, just run. Go for the planet. We cannot lose this SV. We cannot lose that warp drive. It's all we have. Tell Dragoon, just run. Run. Just go. Just run for it. He heads for the planet, trying to outrun the drones. He's taking fire. Hopefully, he'll make it. Me, on the other hand, I know it's just a matter of time before the depths of cold and space get me. Or the drone comes back and shoots me in the face with a plasma cannon. Well, after I died several times, Dragoon came and picked me up at the, I think it was the UHC research station or something. Yeah, we took a lot of damage coming in. We did have an HV slung underneath it because it was our intention to go to the moon and get the resources to bring in the CV. It was not our original intention to make our escape. But we did. Well, folks, we're going to call that an episode. I'd like to thank Dragoon, Gorb, JK, and all the rest of the folks in the IWC for making this possible. If you really like these videos, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come check out my page, and hopefully we will see you again next time. Have a good night, folks. Enjoy.